welcome one and all to the MRC Season 18. It's meant to be called the Beginners League, but we don't. I think that's a derogatory term. We're not having that. It's inclusivity and all of that we want. So this is the Legends League. I'm calling this one. So let's just make sure that all my audio levels are fine and everything's great. Yep, there we go. You can hear myself in the background. So how are we all, everyone? Happy St. George's Day. Hope you're having a good one. Sorry it's taken so long to get around to this. Obviously, the original commentator's got a throat problem, so hope he gets better quickly. So I'm just filling in for this week. And we shall crack straight on. Here we go. So, Fuji, the circuit with the most boring names of all. So I'm going to make the names of the corners up as I go. Will be an experience for us all. In first place in a Alpha, we have APA 3. In second place, we have BFER Phil. I'm going to call you Beer Phil. That's much easier to say. In another Alpha, find us at Black Flag Racing. Okay, we will find you at Black Flag Racing. Campo in a McLaren, I think that is. Yep, McLaren in third place. Also, I need to make a note of the tyres because there was a bit of confusion week one for everyone, unfortunately, because we know that there's going to be rain coming, and it's difficult. The first week was a bit of a tester for both the racers and the hosts as to how to sort the situation out. As you'll see, there's a few, unfortunately, on the wrong tyres, but Appa is on racing hards, Beer Phil is on racing softs, Campo is on racing softs, Souza is in a Subaru on racing mediums, Ricky Bobby, hello Ricky, caution, my driving scares me too. He's unfortunately on wet tyres, which in the dry will get shredded very quickly. Old Crawler, some names I recognise here. Old Crawler here in sixth place in another Subaru on racing softs. Frank Castle in a Lambo on wet tyres. Nice pink Golf livery there though. Rocky Rich here on wet tyres in an Aston Martin. Good choice of car. Everyone gets bonus points from me if you're in an Aston Martin. Sixpenny Guitar. Oh, that's a name from a past. I've raced years ago on racing softs in the Toyota Subaru. No, it's not Subaru. It is Supra. There you go. Not Subaru, Supra. In ninth place. The Dodger 62 in a Ferrari on wet tyres. Big Mac is in a Honda on racing softs back here in 11th. Spider. Oh, it's a big full field, this one, isn't it? Race with Spider as well. Back here in 12th place in a... Is that a Jag? I think that is a Jag, isn't it? I think that's the Jag. We shall see. Mark, original name there, in a Lambo in 13th. Big Simey. Could you be any more up my arse? I'm Simon doing Simon's things. Oh, love the things on the back. Love beer. Oh, you, mate, I'm rooting for you already. Rooting for Big Simon already. In 14th place in a Datsun. I call them Datsuns. I just find it easier to say than Nissan. Sorry, mate. On Inters, interesting. Wooders. I've raced with Wooders as well. Back here in Subaru, on the wrong intermediate tyres. The Vicar, back here in a Mazda, on racing soft. So, without further ado, I've had a quick look at this lobby. It's a bit laggy. We shall do our best to see how we go. Oh, a slow start there from... Who was that in the Supra? I'm not sure if that's... See, I'm not sure if that's lag or that's... Oh, no. Oh, see, that was lag. Unfortunately, Vic has punted someone right off. Should have waited, really, but he's punted Spider right off as the team get through the first two. We call this one the Loop. Beer Phil is in first place in an Alpha, followed by Appa, who's just lost his pole position. Old crawlers back down into third, up to third, and the rest of the field comes streaming through the big loop. Nice gaggle of drivers here, the Rocky Rich and the Aston leading the charge. Coming through, everyone getting through. Vickers, a bit of a weird line there. Spiders trying to, oh, sixpenny guitars in the Supra. Battling in the backs, and everyone's got a bit of damage. So, Beer Phil coming into the horrible chicane, that's its name. Coming around to Squiggly bit, which is also horrible. Is in the lead at the beginning of the first race. Here we go. Two Alphas showing away with another 4x4 and another 4x4. So the 4x4 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we've got the Aston Martin on the wrong tyres as well. Big Simon, oh, he's doing well. Oh, he's doing well. The Datsun, and now he's not doing well. He's not doing well. He comes back on the track. Let's go back to the last chicane. I can never find the right line through this last chicane. It was always quite horrible. A bit of damage on the back there, but oh, there's bumping and barging there, and everyone's sideways. Big Simon's with Mount Fuji in the background there. Big Simon's been bustled out from his position from about 7th back to 12th. Let's go on board with the Big Siamese. You can see this gaggle of cars up in front. Probably the best place to be at the moment, just behind that gaggle of cars. But here we are with Mark. It's difficult to know where with this lag, this little lag spot. So you can see Frank Castle there. It's difficult to know where each other's are, be accurate with the lag like that. Oh, Campo nudges Mark, but everyone's just about through. Yep, we're all through, but Ricky Bobby has put the correct tyres back on now. So's the Dodger. So these two have made an early pit stops, but the correct tyres on, which is just allowed Beer Phil. What beer do you like, Phil? To get out in front in this Alpha. Starting to stretch away now from Appa as we come down to horrible chicane. Coming up to Squiggly bit. Old crawler, those caught back up. Here we go up through Squiggly bit. So we're just coming up to off camber corner. I'll call this off camber corner. I hated this corner as well. See, off camber, easy to drift wide, easy to pick up a penalty there as well. We'll call this last corner Fuji turn, because it's got Mount Fuji in the back coming down to we'll call this straight the Green Mile. There we go, how about that? Answers on the postcard please if you've got any other interesting names you might want me to call these corners. As you can see though, Beer Phil's got a commanding lead now coming down the Green Mile to start lap 3, way out in front on the right choice of tyre, but it could all go to pot with the weather closing in there. You can see in the background it's starting to look a little bit murky. Oh, crawler trying to catch up to Appa, but not quite there yet. These 4 drivers now quite a long way out in front. We've got Campo overshoots the first corner at the end of the Green Mile. Then it's closely followed by Vicker. Vicker started last. He's gone all his way up to 6th place, so there was a little bit of shenanigans going on with Vicker though. He's a little bit of bumping and barging. Sixpenny Guitars was put back to last place as well, but he's gathered himself to get up to 7th. So I always thought that Super looks absolutely wonderful. Great looking car. Anyway, here's a gaggle led by the Datsun on the wrong tyres. Big Simon with Mark flashing his lights. Oh, little bump there. Oh god, it's difficult to know. See, the lag is all over the place as they come round now down towards horrible chicane. Just checking the tyres as they're going. Yeah, all these boys still on the wrong sets of tyres. And then, apart from Mark, now Mark's on the right. So, oh, there's been someone that's off. So, yellow flag. There was just on Sixpenny Guitar. What happened to Sixpenny? Coming down to horrible chicane. Was it Sixpenny gets it wrong? Was it someone else in front of him? No, Sixpenny lights up the rear wheels himself. Gathers himself though in time there for everyone to gingerly get through. Oh, that car, Mark looks battered already. Oh, as Ricky nips up the inside, coming up to squiggly bit. Bundles Mark a little bit, but it's all good. Flashes his lights, so there you go. Have that, son. And now you can see all these boys at the back have changed their tyres to the right tyres for the upcoming rain. But here we have a nice, neat line there from Beerfield as he starts lap 4. Appa's still holding on to second place with Old Crawler. Still can't quite close that gap. I have to check the top speed of the Alpha compared to the Subaru, the Scooby, down the start-finish straight. Because at the moment, things are just starting. Vickers going a little bit agricultural there. Oh, he's back on. See, I'm not sure if that's is that lag or is that just Vicker losing it. It's very difficult to know. Sixpenny Guitar looks quite stable though in his Supra. The Big Mac. Mac is back in town, back here in 8th. He's got up past Spider. Oh, here we go. Spider's on Inters, battling here with Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby should get this position quite easy. On board with Ricky Bobby now, the pink Ricky. There's that superior grip, both of the racing softs and the 4x4. Easily cruises past the Spider. So you can see, look at the map at the top right, we're only 4 laps in and the field is pretty much spread over 3/4 of the circuit. Here we go, 16th place is Wooders, back in last place. And then we go to Beerfield, who's now come down the Green Mile, out in front, so he's already closing in on the back markers. But what I'm keeping out for, you can see that weather's looking a bit dodgy at the best of times. Certainly looking very grey in those surrounding hills as we come to turn 1. Old Crawler, oh, Old Crawler's really close now. It's going board of Old Crawler now. I thought that was rain, but it's not. It's a reflection of those screws on the Subaru dashboard there. Old Crawler desperately trying to catch hold to Appa as we come around to Long Loop. He's got a bit of a gap, nice tidy line there from Old Crawler. Appa's going a bit psychedelic, it's really difficult to know exactly where the other car is when they're squirrely like that. It's also a tricky corner there, but that was a superb line there from Old Crawler. And he's taken, oh, he's not quite taken. Second place is side by side here with the Alpha. The Alpha's got the inside line coming down to the horrible chicane. Where's Old Crawler? There's Old Crawler. He's going to try and cut back up underneath. He's trying, but no, Appa blocks it. Great driving here from the legends of the beginners league. It's not really beginners league. These guys know what they're doing. So nice, tasty battle brewing up here as we come to off-camber corner. Old Crawler gets a really tidy line there. Appa goes a bit too wide. Coming down to Fuji corner to the Green Mile. Here we go. As Old Crawler got it. No, side by side. So we'll check out the top speed of these two cars, because I'm interested to know which one's got the highest top speed. I know the Alpha seems to top out at lower speed than a lot of the others, especially here we go in 6th gear, struggling to get going at all. It's up on play 2 there. You can see the Subaru's cruise past even without the use of slipstream. Finally into top gear, about 148. I think there's the most. Oh! Oh, Appa's got it. Oh, I'll be wrong. I think he just completely missed his braking spot there. Should be braking around about now. Got it flat out, but well done, Appa, for missing Old Crawler. That could have been a nasty moment for both of the drivers. It's only lost him 2 places. He's regained it after going way too wide there. So the Big Mac here, there was a nice gaggle of drivers here. Coming down the Green Miles, the Vickers looking to take Ricky Bobby into turn 1. Everyone's nice and settled down there. You can see everyone's hitting their spots now. Sixpenny Guitars got up from 9th. The Vickers dropping back a little bit. Where's Mark gone? Oh, Mark's back here with Spider. Nice battle brewing back here with the Lambo. Yeah, it is a Jag. Spider is in a Jag. Back here. Oh, windscreen wipers are on. Here we go. The rain's coming. Just while we're doing this, I'm just going to quickly double check my audio one more time. Yep, audio is all good. So now, the moment of truth. This is going to sort the men from the boys. You can see the rain splattering all over the circuit. So, where's the guy in front? Where's Beer Phil on the circuit? He's staying out. He's staying out for a lap. So, Beer Phil's going out. There's a blue flag there. Oh, the blue flag, that's nothing to do with anything else, is it? Oh, Crawler, Sousa, coming into the pits. Oh, Sousa's going to pick up a penalty for that. That's far too hot into the pits. Got to take the racing line. So these boys will be coming in for wet weather tyres. Is Campo coming in as well? So in a way, Beer Phil, no he's not. Campo's staying out. In a way, Beer Phil's taking a big risk here. By being so far ahead, he's missed. The rain's hit the track just at the wrong time for him. It's just started to come, and it's just got to the point now where on the circuit, it's into weather. You see the bottom left there, as all the cars are coming, it's just Campo has stayed out. I think the Vicar stayed out as well. Yeah, Vicar's in third place. Where's the Vicar? There's the Vicar. Vicar stayed out on knackered racing. It's gone far too deep into turn one. There you go, that's the problem. But this is great driving here from Beer Phil as he's coming down to, he's coming on from horrible little chicane. Oh, this is going to cost him big time. Oh, he's gone so far off track, he's been reset, and now his wheel spin it up. It's proper. He's been reset again. Oh, he still can't get past Crappy Corner. It still hasn't even got to the squiggly bit. Traction control, mate. Traction control. Put it on. Because who's that? That's Wooders. The 16th plate unlapping himself. He's on wet tyres. He's unlapped himself with a 3-second penalty for punting Beer Phil. But to be honest, Beer Phil's all over the place. He's still struggling to get up past squiggly bit. Where's second place Appa? So here's Appa. Oh no! Where's the other guys? Because there's a couple of other guys I'm racing. So here we go. There's Campos. Where's Vicar? Vicar's still out there as well. And he's only got round to the long loop. Oh, disaster for these boys. There's a steep learning curve when the weather comes in. It's now onto proper saturated wet track, and Beer Phil, all that hard work from getting out in front, has managed to get it round Fuji corner, coming down the green mile. But here we have Appa now, who came in and has gone to wet tyres, followed by Sousa, who's also on wet tyres. They're all there. Oh, Crawler's crawling all over the circuit, but poor old Beer Phil finally coming into the pits has lost all of his advantage and more by staying out just a bit too long. It's just had Appa now. Here we go. Screaming down in 6th gear. Gets up to 146 in the Alpha with no assists. Missed it for the Subarus. Oh, Sousa's gone up the inside of the old corner. The nudging paintwork as they come through turn one. Here comes Ricky Bobby. So Ricky Bobby's gone from back down sort of 9th, 10th, gets his braking far too late and wrong though. Where's Beer Phil? Beer Phil's finally come out, but yeah, he's picked up a 3-second penalty. Undoubtedly that would have been for his pit entrance. Probably crossed the line, especially as he was on tyres that were not the right, correct ones for the conditions. The 6 penny guitars cruising now, back up to 6th place, bringing the Big Mac with him. Can see Beer Phil in front, coming around to a long loop corner. They both drifted wide into the entrance of a long loop. 6 penny might get a penalty for that because he might have been too far off, so he's dropped a place. Frank Castle's back in Right, let's go through the field properly. We're now halfway through the race. So here we go. So, oh, who was that in the background? Who was that in the background? It's Rocky Rich. Oh, we're still on racing mediums. He still hasn't got oh, Rocky Rich, mate. Oh, Aston Martin, you still look stylish while you're doing that. He's still he's still not got back to the pits. Oh, he didn't go into the pits to change tyres. It's a learning experience for everyone. And that's all I can put it down to. Anyway, in the meantime, right, coming down the green mile, halfway through the race, App has now got a commanding lead, which I wish the game would give me the time differences. Coming down on to begin lap 9, App is in first place, followed by Souza in second, with Old Crawler in third. That's position Crawler. Old Crawler's still struggling to get past whoever's in second place, but he's there or thereabouts. Ricky Bobby's in fourth place. 4x4 cars. This is the weather for them. Beer Phil's got a lot to catch up. He's quite a long way back. He's now got to scrub off a 3-second penalty. He's going to drop maybe 2 places. He's gone from the lead back down to... Is Sixpenny going to take him? Yep, there goes Sixpenny. So they watch for the hard charging Beer Phil to regain his space. But and I should have said, we got the Big Mac. Looks like he's gone a bit too deep into turn 1. Yep, I was right. What about Sixpenny? Can he make it into turn 1? Okay, yep, nice tidy line there from Sixpenny and Beer Phil as well. They've all taken a good line there into turn 1. So that's 5, 6, 7, and 8th place here. Frank Castle in the Lambo, out on his own. He's quite, if you look at the map there at the top right, bit of a gap between himself and Beer Phil, and 9th place. Oh, nice little sideways action there from Frank. 9th place, which is Mark in the other Lambo. Campo's finally got it back into the pits, changed the tyres. He was in 5th place, he's now dropped down to 10th. He's lost a lot of time. No, he's 3rd place, wasn't he, at that one point? Now down to 10th because he was on the wrong tyres. Simey! Oh, mate. It's on the black stuff. Try and keep on the black stuff. He's now battling here with Rocky Rich. Oh, Ricky Rich is trying to unlap himself. And the Vicar. Let's see how these boys come into... Oh, that was a bit too hot, Vicar. No, Vicar, you need to wait for these people. If you do something like that, if you nudge someone off like that, you're meant to wait for them to regain themselves before you drive off. Stewards might have to have a look at that if they haven't already. Oh, Vicar's gone a bit too, nearly gets into the back of Simey as well. Struggling in that Lexus in these conditions. Where's the Dodger in 13th place? Yeah, I was going through the field, wasn't I? So there's the Dodgers in 13th place. Spider close behind. So there's battles all over the field, up and down the field. Everyone's got some company at least, apart from Wooders and unfortunate Rocky Rich, who's probably got the bit between his teeth now in that Aston Martin. Oh, who was that up in front? Oh, Spider goes a bit deep into horrible chicane, coming through squiggly bit. He's got his hazard lights on as the Jag versus the Aston. It looks like Rocky Rich is about a lap down. Yeah, he is. Lap 7. He's a lap down. Oh dear, Rich. Lap 7 was a 4:52. Oh my word. I feel your pain. Oh, Zappa gets it wrong, coming into horrible chicane now. And he's a little bit sideways again. Now, again, look at the gauge at the bottom left, the water, surface water. We're now back down into the midsection of that gauge, which is the ideal area for inter tyres. And now these boys are on wets. So is anyone going to pull the trigger and go down to inter tyres? Because the circuit will dry out fairly quick, and we've still got, let's have a look, 10 plus minutes to go. Oh, Beerfield's got back up to... Oh, he was in 5th place, wasn't he? Yep. Just going through the field. So there's a nice battle brewing here for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. But the track is drying out fast with 10 minutes to go. So while we have a little pause, I'm going to have a quick drinks break. Drinks break sponsored by Aldi Coffee, the sweetest, cheapest, nuttiest coffee money can buy. Back in a moment. And we are back. So 9 minutes to go in the inaugural race of the season 18 for these boys in this league, the Legends League. And the fast that you can see how quick the track is drying out. Always Appa's struggling with the Alpha. Where's that? So where's Sousa? I'd say it's about 6-7 second lead he's got over Sousa in the Subaru, but are any of these boys, still 10 minutes to go, are any of these boys, any of these leaders going to take a punt and go back down? Because there's a dry line in the middle, which probably by the end of the next lap, yes, Appa's sensibly going onto the wet part of the track to keep the tyres cool, but by the end of this lap there will be a definite dry line that if someone wants to take a punt they could go on racing softs. Be a gamble, certainly a big gamble, because we're now just at the point, here we go, so just at the point where we're back down to racing softs, still just about an inter, so neither the front two are going in. Old Crawler's staying out. Ricky Bobby, is he going for it? He's going for it. Ricky Bobby. No, he's not. He faked me out. Threw me one there. So Beerfield, who was in first place by quite a long way, is he going to double or quits? Is he going to come in? You can see we're now right on the cusp. Right on the cusp of whether it's time to go back down to racing softs. Nope, he's staying out. Doesn't look like anyone's taking the bait this lap. Or are they? Oh, Frank Carson. Nope, he's not. He's faked me up. The Big Mac is, here we go. Big Mac is going to take a punt. Is he going to go back onto, is he the first of the leaders to take a punt on going down to dry weather tyres? Here we are with his pit crew, eagerly waiting for that Lambo to come in. If he remembers, not he won't need to. He won't. Oh, sorry, not a Lambo. It's the Honda. Here we go. What tyres is he putting on? I know the animation says it looks like he's putting groove tyres, but here we go. What's he gone for? He has gone for racing softs, and oh man, sorry, Mackie. Oh, go on, mate, you can do it. Here we go. Keep it clean, and you might do. You've got 6.5 minutes. We'll keep an eye on the Big Mac. If you could, because I'll be honest, Mackie, I know I'm laughing. I did exactly the same in my race. I went down to racing soft. No, not in this race. Oh, another race. Oh no, you got. Oh, look at that. That is a superb off. Great offing there. Going around the big loop. He's losing time. Hand over fist. Great moves there. So no, if you could keep it accurate, you just rein it in. You might be able to get there. But here we are with Appa. So Appa's stayed out now on wet tyres. Now the thing is, the wet tyres will start to be shredding themselves. Now we're back down into the area where it should be for racing softs. Come around the big loop. So Appa's still in first. Sousa's still in second. Old Crawler, who was... he's lost a lot of time somewhere. Old Crawler was really close to Sousa. But now he's got Ricky Bobby closing in on him. Here, where's Beerfield? Beerfield back at, here we go, turn 1. Ruining the moment that he went on to racing softs. It was his race to lose, to be honest, at that point. So here we go, Sixpenny Guitar. Is he going to be the next of the gamblers? 5 minutes to go. Getting so late into the race now, it might not be worth the punt, because you're going to lose a lot of time in the pits. I'm not sure even if you keep it clean, you'll have the time to gain it back up. Here we go. So, Sixpenny Guitar on racing softs. Still on wet stuff. Oh, that's how you do it. Nice driving, Sixpenny. Drop down to 8th. And dropping even more places. Now he's got a bit too wide. Turn 1. Not as wide as it said, too much damage. But here we go, Sixpenny Guitar now on racing softs. That dry line. So we go back through the field. We've only got 4 minutes to go. Appa now had tactically had a superb race. Got it right. Made it clean. Had it fast. Is in first place. Sousa's still out on wet tyres in second place. Oh, Crawler was really close to Sousa at one point, but just dropped back to third. Ricky Bobby's trying to catch up to the Subaru here in fourth. Beer Phil desperately trying to keep those tyres cool, is in fourth place. Frank Castle still out on wets here in sixth place. See the track's really now dry. Mark back here in seventh place. Where is he coming? Mark's coming through squiggly bit. Ooh, and consequently squiggling in a little bit as well. Sixpenny Guitar in the racing softs. He's keeping it clean. Slowly reading these cars in front in. Spider back here in ninth. The Vicar in 10th. Mackie. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong for Mackie. 10 out of 10 for being brave though, Mac. Didn't quite work out for you though. And Campo back here in 12th. Simey, you let me down, mate. Oh, I was hoping big things for you. He's back here in 13th. Oh, he's in racing mediums as well, trying to gain up some time. The Dodge, Roger the Dodge, in 14th. Oh, that's Frank's gone wide in 6th place. Wood is in 15th. Rocky Rich manfully bringing that Aston around, but unfortunately too far off the pace. So with 2 minutes to go, probably just one more, maybe just one more lap. No, maybe 2 more laps. Appa's going to get another lap in after this. Appa's screaming down. Someone's gone wide there at turn 1. Screaming down the green mile, coming down now to, that was the Big Mac. He's still struggling. No, it wasn't. It was the Vicar back there, I can see. Coming around to long loop. Cruises past the Big Mac. Oh, but he goes wide, and the Big Mac on those racing softs. He's fighting with the race leader. Doesn't. Oh, that was good stuff. Where's the Big Mac? That was good crashing again. Let's go on board with the Big Mac, because I think he just gets it slightly. There we go. Slightly onto the wet track. No, turn it in. No. There we go. Oh, good drifting. Nice drifting. It's all gone horribly wrong for the Big Mac. Anyway, so here we go then. 1.5 minutes to go. I'm looking at the map to see roughly where people are, to see how many more laps they might do, to see if anyone might be finishing their last lap. There's 2 boys just coming down the start finish straight, coming up to turn 1. Appa now's got time to start another lap, coming through squiggly bit. There's off camber corner 1, coming around now to off camber corner 2. There you can see there's wet tyres, starting to really feel it. So Sousa's not too far. Sousa's tyres are in worse shape though. Oh, nearly front left, nearly down to the nubs. So where's our Crawler? Can Crawler catch up, but no, now Crawler's got to worry about, oh, Ricky Bobby, who's down to nothing on his front left as well. 30 seconds to go. Oh, as Ricky's he's got it. Ricky's got up to third place. What happened to old Crawler then? Did old Crawler just drift a bit too wide? There's Ricky Bobby. There's old Crawler. Yeah, he's just gone too wide. Just allows Ricky Bobby to snatch the other podium position, but old Crawler won't realise that Ricky's on nubs on that front left. Come around to Fuji corner. Old Crawler now he's actually got a better tyre situation, but he won't realise it. It's in the slipstream of Ricky Bobby. Coming down the start-finish straight. So, 30 minutes are up. Oh no, that's it! These boys are going to finish, and he's going to be the first of the finishers. So, there we go. Ricky Bobby finishes in third place. Old Crawler finishes in fourth place. Oh, great move there from Ricky Bobby to snatch the last podium position at the last corner. So Beerfield now is going to finish in 5th place. Big Simon is going to finish in 11th. Frank Castle is going to finish in 6th place. Campo's going to finish in 12th. Roger the Dodge, he's not, I don't even know if his name's Roger, I'm just guessing. Then 13th. Here we go, Mark in a battered looking Lambo here in 7th. Sixpenny Guitars on Racing Softs is not that far behind. Always be interesting, can Sixpenny Guitars snatch 7th place? He's only got this Fuji corner to try and make the difference up. I don't think he's going to have quite enough time unless Mark gets it something horribly wrong down the Green Mile. No, Mark's going to keep the position. So Mark will finish in 7th place. Coming down now. There you go. Mark in 7th. Sixpenny Guitar in 8th. Just going through. I think everyone's. Oh no, Spider. Here we go in 9th. The Big Mac here in 10th. Trying to keep out of the way of the guys in front. Oh, the replay finished. Not sure why that happened, but didn't get to give Appa his moment of glory. So I'm assuming. Let's have a quick look. Has he got the results? No, it's not got the results. Oh, that's a shame. Didn't get to show you Appa in his moment of glory. So, quickly just go down to, where were we? Round about here. Let's go forward a little bit more. It's going to give me time to, is Appa going to finish the lap? Yeah, here we go. Appa's coming around now to Fuji corner for the last time. Just make sure that this is all correct. Yeah, here we go. For the last time, here comes Appa for the win. No, doesn't let me. Ricky, I don't know what's going on with your replay there. But anyway, Appa wins the first race and Sousa finished second. So that was race 1. Going back now to race 2, which is a reverse field. I can't remember if there was rain or not in High Speed Ring. It's actually a really tricky circuit, High Speed Ring. Mainly because of turn 3 or turn 2. But we shall see how these boys got on with it. I just pause it there while I adjust the settings. There we go. And we just go through the field. In reverse order, we have, because we're obviously doing different cars now, Wooders in a Dodge, good car. Wooders, that's what I've got as my second choice, good car. Rocky Rich in a Subaru in second. Roger the Dodge, no, I don't know if his name's Roger. Dodger in third in a, is that the Lambo? I think that's the Lambo. No, was that McLaren? McLaren. Simon. in a Lambo here in fourth. Big Mac here in, that's the Sylvia, I think, isn't it? I think that's the Sylvia. Spider in a Alpha in sixth. Sixpenny Guitar in a Sylvia. Mark in a, Renault Megane. Frank Castle in a Honda. Beerfield in another Renault. Old Crawler in a Datsun. Ricky in an Aston. Good car, Ricky. Appa in a Sylvia. What's happened to the other three? There was three more before this. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping there'd be another full field of 16. So just before we get on, I will just have another quick drinks break and then we'll crack on with race 2. So just bear with me a second. I've just been talking with the bloody I forgot to take the mute off. Oh well, you've missed about 10 minutes of me babbling on. I was just saying in all of that time that I was muted, I can't understand. I'll tell you what, I'll go back 2 laps. Here we go. So I was just saying, I can't believe, yeah, low indeed, I can't believe these boys out in front have been managed to go around for so long on nubs on their front right tyres and making it work. And here we've got Frank Castle on mediums doing it the hard way. I can't believe I've managed to go so long with that on mute. Oh dear, I knew I was going to do that one of these times, forget to take it off mute. But anyway, there we go. Gone back a couple of laps. We'd start do these 2 laps again. Here we go. Here's the Big Mac coming around now. So for the beginning of lap 10 on nubs, still going round. Here comes the Big Mac. 6-penny guitar coming in. Frank Castle's coming in on nubs. Spidey coming round. Still on, nearly on nubs. Doing well in that Alpha. The Dodge coming round now in 5th place. And Ricky Bobby leading the 6, 7 and 8 coming through. Ricky Bobby doing it hard way and racing hard. You've got Beer Phil and Mark coming up the inside. We saw this battle a minute ago. Beer Phil's going to take the position. Old Crawler's coming in 8th place. Frank Castle's just coming out the pits now in 9th. Don't go across that line, you get a penalty. Oh dear. He's going to get a penalty for that. Going to get a 3-second penalty. I think he will. I'm not sure if he was close to that line. Or maybe he's just avoided it because he went over the line where it was where it was shaded, as it were, not solid. Appa here in 10th. Big Simon in 11th. Rocky Rich in 12th. Wood is in 13th. Oh, here we come. The Big Mac's coming into the pits now. Finally, the race leader's in. Doing a 118. He's bringing with him the 6-penny guitar. So they're both race leaders, 1 and 2 coming in. So it's just at least Spidey. Is Spidey going to stay out? In third place he is. So Spidey's going to take the lead on lap 11. There we go, lap 11 now. Spidey's taking the lead. He's on nubs. I'm not sure he's got the memo though, just like the other two boys of the Big Mac and Sixpenny Guitar. No, not Big Mac. There we go. Yeah, the Big Mac and Sixpenny Guitar. You can stay out on racing soft. So let's have a quick look. Has Big Mac gone on to... No, he's gone on to racing mediums this time. Even though he's just spent 15 minutes out there on racing softs, gone to racing mediums, which obviously get him through to the end of the race. But here we are on board now with Spider in the lead. On nubs on his front right. Coming round now. Through the tunnel. Is he going to be coming into the pits? Halfway through the race. Round the bank turn now. So actually, it might have been a good idea that I wasn't. You couldn't hear me saying because I wasn't sure. I was saying what I was saying when I muted myself. Then here we go. Racing here into the pits was that it doesn't seem fair that the guys out in front on racing softs are running around lap after lap on nubs, and there doesn't seem to be any penalty for it. I would have thought the game could have made like their front tyres explode. So it's there's some sort of penalty for running around on nubs because there have been about 5 laps on nubs, and you got all these other drivers. I mean, let's go through the field. Where is he? There's Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby is on racing hards, trying to play the long game. He could have been out there on racing softs. It's a bit strange that the game lets you drive around on nubs, as it were. That's what I was saying when I was muting myself. But anyway, here we go. So, in the meantime, the Dodge on fumes on racing mediums, coming through the S-bend into the tunnel. It's got the Big Mac right behind him. Big Mac's obviously going to take the position now, coming through to the last bends because the Dodge will be coming into the pits for fuel. But it looks like the Big Mac though is underfueled. The Big Mac has made a mistake. He's going to have to fuel it. He's come in for the right tyres, but he's obviously done what I think I've done that before as well. You press the button too quick, and it says don't fuel, and he's barely got any fuel left, and he's still got 12 minutes to go. So these two boys, 1 and 2, are going to have to pit, which means Sixpenny. Here we go, Sixpenny Guitar. With the right tyres on and the right fuel, is probably going to be taking the race lead any moment now. Let's make drastic happens. Frank Castle back here in 4th place. Appa's here in 5th. Big Siamese back here in 7th. And old Crawler's come in now to change tyres. There he goes, back out. In the Datsun on racing softs for the last 12 minutes of the race to go. Ricky doing well in that Aston now. Got it back up to 9th. Beer back into 10th. Okay, so these boys are all playing it by the book, as it were. But as you can see, the map, the whole field now is properly strung out. This was back in the last place. So here we go. The Big Mac's coming into the pits. Tactical error there from the Big Mac. And the Dodgers come in. So here we go on board with Sixpenny Guitar. Now I'm going to have a drinks break again, and now I'm going to remember not to mute myself. Take my mute off this time. There we go, and I'm back. Remember to press the button. Noob alert. So Sixpenny Guitar. 10 minutes to go. It's fueled, suited and booted to the end. It's got a comfortable lead over second place Frank Castle, who's also suited and booted. He's on racing hard though. Oh, little bit of wall riding there, Frank. Not sure you should be doing that. With Appa, who was the race leader, race winner from the last race, in 3rd. Oh, it's gone very wide there. He's on racing hards. Big Simey. Oh, he's on fumes. He's going to have to pit. So the race is slowly drawing itself to a conclusion with 10 minutes to go. Look at the map at the top right there. This is probably the nearest battle. The Mac, he's had to make one extra pit stop, is in 5th, and he's got Spidey just behind him in 6th. Oh, the lag's all over the place. Then he got the Dodge and I'll Crawler. These boys be fighting for position. They're all raced, suited and booted to the... What is the Crawler going on there? Let's have a quick look at that again. Crawler going agricultural, going onto the grass. No, there's no one around him. Oh, what's going on there? The Spidey. What was going on with Spidey then? Why did he suddenly drop off? Having some sort of technical issues, just like myself. Yeah, he's lost all drive. Something's going on. As the two cars go either side of him. Oh, that's Michael Schumacher, like Mika Hakkinen at Spa. That is. For some reason Spider's dropped off earlier. Unfortunately, that's just given Crawler a half-second penalty for trying to avoid the contact, which is in wide. I always feel that's unfair for drivers. I always feel that's unfair when you try and avoid contact and you go off to get a penalty for your troubles. But the Dodge back here and the McLaren retake 6th place. Oh, Spiders all over the place back there with lag. Right, so let's go through the field with 10 minutes to go, and I'm off mute so you can actually hear me this time. Sixpenny Guitar out in front, coming round the last hairpin to come down the start-finish straight. Frank Castle's in 2nd. There's also still a bit more wall riding, a little bit too much wall riding there, Frank. He's in 2nd. He's got Appa in 3rd, who seems to be chewing through those racing hards quite quick, to be honest. Still a way to go. 1, 2 and 3 out in front, because there's a big gap then before we've got Big Simey, who needs to pit because he's on fumes, so he's going to lose 4th place. Then the Big Mac, who could have been up the front, he's done the fastest, just done the fastest lap of the race. That's 1:15.5. Is in 5th. Oh, Crawler is in 6th place, still being harassed here from the Dodge in 7th. 8th is Spider, who's just starting to catch up to those two in front, but lagging quite a bit as well. But that he needs, that Alpha's under, compared to the cars in front, it's going to be hard for the Alpha to catch these boys up unless there's a mistake, because the Alpha just hasn't quite got the top speed of the boys in front. So Spider's in 8th, Ricky Bobby's in 9th, Beerfield is in 10th, Mark is in 11th, Rocky Rich is in 12th with no tyres on that wagon, but he's still rolling along, and Wood is back here in 13th. So 8 minutes to go. Sixpenny Guitar leading the way, but his kid is running down to Nubs. Now I don't know if he's got the memo that he can still run around on Nubs, as the boys early on in the race were doing. The night starts to close in. Frank all riding a bit too much. Can Appa close that distance? He's gone board of Appa. It's a very wide line into the S-bends. Nice tidy line there from Appa. Coming into the tunnel, you can see the darkness is starting to really close in on the circuit. The lights are on. Podium positions are out in front by quite a bit over everyone else. If Appa could just gain about half a second. He'd be in the slipstream of Frank, and it would make it really interesting for the last 6 minutes of this race to go. So what's that, about 5 laps we've got? So 1, 2, 3. So let's go through the field, see if there's any battles brewing for the last 5 minutes. The Sixpenny Guitars out in front, near down to Nubs. Frank Castle's in second. Appa's in third. Fourth is the Big Mac. Oh, Crawler's in fifth. On Nubs now. The Dodge possibly could catch him because he's still got quite a lot of grip left. But there's no, everyone's spaced out a bit now. You can see down at the start finish straight there. There's a big gaps between everyone. It's a little bit stationary at the moment. As we've come into the final stages, the final 5 minutes. Just looking at the map there at top right, see where the closest battles really are. The Sixpenny Guitar now is down to nothing on his front right. Still 4 minutes to go. That'd be about 3 laps. Frank Castle is on Racing Hearts. He's making that Honda work on Racing Hearts, to be fair. Still just managing to keep that gap, that distance between himself and Appa there in third place. The Big Mac's got a big gap between himself and the guys in front, and then old Crawler, who's a long way down the road because he's so far down the road the camera can't keep up. There we go, camera, finally got there. Is that the Dodge? Can the Dodge catch up to the old Crawler? Let's go on board with Dodge. That's the difference. You can see 6th place just up the road, but time's running out. A bit of a slow gear change there from 4th to 5th. Seems to be gaining ever so slightly now. 3 minutes to go, 2 laps or so. Into tunnel. Definitely a little bit closer is the Dodger. Up against Old Crawler. Old Crawler must be suffering somehow with no front right. He's coming round now to the final start finish straight, still a bit too far away at the moment. So on board now with Sixpenny Guitar. Oh, what's going on here? Somehow, what's going on here? Because Sixpenny Guitar did have a much bigger lead than that. He's not really had an off. Here, see we go, the Sixpenny Guitar. It's really, hopefully it is, it's just starting to feel the effects of having no front right grip. I'm looking at the lap time, see he's gone from 1:17.2s to 1:17.3 to 1:17.9. So we do still have a race on. Frank Castle is catching that car up in front, and he's also not really bringing Appa with him, but Frank's, this is where the race is going to be won or lost. It's coming down to this. So there's about 2 laps to go. We are in for a grandstand finish because Frank Castle does seem to be reeling in. That Silvia in front. The Silvia is basically on 3 wheels at the moment. You know, he's rubbing that barrier a bit too much. So right, here we go. Caught right up into the S-bends. Coming around now into tunnel. Here we're on board with Frank Castle. He's definitely going to be in the slipstream now down the start finish straight. Pulled a gap between himself and Appa in third. High line there, scraping the wall a bit too much. Got a nice run though as Sixpenny Guitar goes defensive. We go Honda versus Sylvia down the start-finish straight. So 2 minutes to go. They're going to have this lap and another one to go. 2 laps to go. As Appa's come into the pits. Appa's come down to the nub, so he's going to lose third position, because where's the Big Mac? But Big Mac's on nubs as well. So Big Mac's got back up to third place. So how many positions? Where's Al Crawler? Al Crawler's on nubs. Where's Appa going to come out? He's going to come out of the pit at some point soon. There he is. Just up the road in front of... There's the Appa, who's still getting up to speed as the Al Crawler comes along now. You're going to catch up to him by the turn 2. Might well do. It's not quite close enough. So let's go back to the battle up front. Here on board with Sixpenny Guitar. You've got Frank Castle all over the back of him. It's not over the back of him, it's by the side of him. No, he's out the back of him. Here we go. So it's going to come down to this last... Oh, too much wall riding. Too much wall riding. It's actually cost Frank Castle as well there. Scrubbed off too much speed. Should really be trying to get into the slipstreams. They're going to start the last lap. There's a bigger gap now than there was the previous lap. The Sixpenny Guitar is out in front. He's just got a few corners to go. I'm also looking at the time to see if anyone else is... Some of these boys, it will be their last laps. We'll just stay with this for a moment. As Frank gains a bit of time there because he's went very wide. Come over the bridge, coming into the S-bends. 20 seconds to go, so these boys won't be starting another lap. This will be it for the finish. There's a few boys coming down the start-finish straight at the moment. There's a big gaggle I can see up there on the map. But we'll just watch what happens here. It's 30 minutes are up. So someone just up in front is going to be finishing. Oh, as Frank goes far too wide. Scrubbing off the speed, trying to gain an advantage, but it's not worked for him. So it's just going to allow... Here we go. So, Sixpenny Guitar is going to win at high-speed ring. Hangs on for the win. Great driving for Sixpenny. Frank finishes in second place. The Big Mac is going to come round into third. Coming around to the final corner. And crosses the line now. There we go. Big Mac's in third. Appa is going to... Withers is going to finish in 13th. Appa's going to finish in 4th. The old Crawler has managed to keep it out in front of the Dodger for 5th. The Dodger's in 6th. Then we got Spider here in 7th, and then we got a battle royale for what's coming up next. Ricky Bobby's leading the group here. He's on fumes and he's down to nubs on that front right. He's desperately trying to keep that Aston Martin out in front of Big Simey. Has anyone got a run? Oh, it's Beer and Marker battling back there. Oh, it's going to be Ricky, Big Simey, Mark, and then Beerfield, 9th, 10th, 11th. Rocky Rich was 12th. And I've forgotten who was that was back in last place. I think I've already mentioned it. So there we go. Apologies for the muting halfway through. Noob alert. There you go. But there you go. There's the first 2 races for the Beginners League. Hope you enjoyed. See you again soon. See you later. Bye.